Hi, Kelly. You didn't eat them all, dude. You're really looking for more? Fucker, hold on. I'm pretty good. It's fucking hot as hell here today. It's fucking 85. It was just in the fucking upper 50s 2 days ago. Yep, there's the mess. Yeah, low 70s is perfect. The day before yesterday, it was like 70. It was 80 yesterday. Yo, what's up, Puck? Hello, Patrick. Yeah, it's just looking at fish and bullshitting. Well, one fish in particular. My other tanks, the fish don't like to be on camera. But yeah, he's personable, so I point the fucking camera at him and just bullshit with whoever shows up. No, I just do this to get to shoot the shit with people I know on YouTube. Bye. Hi, Wingstar. Yeah, he's over here. I just gave him some food. He made a mess, and now he's digesting and planning his next move. Oh, sexy little mama is White Tupac, by the way. But yeah, everybody in Ken's was missing you. Well, Cindy, Ken. Yeah, that's Mrs. Pac's YouTube account. Yeah, he misses YouTube, so he gets on Mrs. Pac's account. Don, what's up, bro? Yeah, he just ate like fucking 8 pellets. Uh, you can see the remnants on the rock. He's planning his next move. Somebody was talking about that yesterday, man. I haven't had ramen in a while. I should probably make myself some. Oh man. Thought about putting the air conditioner. Yeah, it probably was you yesterday. But Allison said there's probably a couple more 50-degree days coming, so I should wait. But fuck, is it hot? I'm pretty sure we got a few packs in the cabinet. No, not yet. I am by Halloween at least this year, Wingstar. I was talking about it earlier. He doesn't seem to have been being too much of an ass. Uh, he rips some of the leaves off of the plants that overhang the one side of the tank, and he did he did like move that white rock and this rock all about 6 inches to the right, so I had to rebuild that and make it a little more sturdy. But lately he hasn't been doing too much fucking shit up. But I'm sure if I gave him the Jason Voorhees thing, he would enjoy giving it the business. Yeah, everybody was asking, like, what happened to Pac? Is he dead? Did he get caught with a bunch of nudes on his computer? Did he go to jail? I tried starting the rumor that he got a gender reassignment, but that didn't take. Said he came back as sexy little mama because that's his new personality. Well, it was the only rumor I hadn't heard already, and it was more interesting than death or jail. At least more positive. Yeah, what the fuck? You can't actually leave YouTube after you say you're going to leave. You're supposed to be gone for 2 days and then come back. Like, who does that? But if we get sexy little mama enough subs, Pot can go live on her channel. I should start posting that link anywhere they'll let me. I've been trying to talk Jasper and Honor into teaming up as a tag team, since Jasper likes to take his shirt off and dance, and Honor doesn't like to wear a shirt at all. Uh, they could fill in gaps in each other's styles. Like Jasper don't talk, Honor does a lot. Jasper can dance. They can get tasseled pasties and American flag G-strings so they match. Jasper don't want nothing to do with it. I haven't asked Honor yet. He was a little out of it last time I saw him. Honor might have to do some waxing around the nipples to get the pasties to stick, though. I don't know if he'll be, amenable to doing that. But I'm sure people would watch it. I mean, there's stranger shit on YouTube than a hairy old man and Jasper, shirtless. God damn, you're a big fish. Yeah, now you're just being a dick. He just took one. Now he's going to chew it up and then spit it out like the one I just gave him before that. Prick. Are you tearing up roots now? Alright, we'll put that down. But yeah, you should stay up a little later, Pac, and go into Ken's and say hi to everybody. I know Cindy and Ken were asking about you. I don't know who else likes you over there, but... Yeah, figured. Tried to catch a catfish moving. They're too quick. Oh, you can see this dude under there, not really. Yeah. I would actually turn it on the fucking TV, but I don't like typing with the remote control. Hi, Spirit. Yeah, there he is. He's sitting there moping a little bit. Yo, R&D, what's up, buddy? Dave, how are you, man? But yeah, I don't like trying to type shit in, like, search on the fucking TV. It's a pain in the dick. The one downstairs, the TV in the living room is even worse. It's got like a little dot. You point it and click, but you gotta keep calibrating the fucking thing. Yeah, that's Pac if you didn't know R&D. White Tupac. Yeah. It's nice. The smart TV is nice, but I don't like searching for shit. Oh, Sexy Little Mama is the White Tupac. He had a gender reassignment surgery, and Sexy Little Mama's his new YouTube personality as well. Which isn't true. He's just using his wife's. Yeah, I gotta find the right camera, Pots. Get a GoPro I could put inside, and he'll probably fucking try beating it up eventually. Probably should have cleaned the front of the glass before I fucking came on, but I did just give him a vacuum yesterday. And that's the one thing I forgot, was to clean the front. Yeah, I think Patrick left R&D. thought he was gonna start mean mugging for a minute. Oh, he does FaceTime on Facebook Messenger. So I talk to him like once a week at least. Yeah, it's all good, R&D. But yeah, he'll hit me up on Messenger, and him and James and sometimes Queen of the Underground, and it's basically a panel with no chat. Yeah, it's nice to know that at least I can let everyone know he isn't dead or in jail. And Queen is always cool. Fucker. Yeah. Queen is funny. She's telling me how much she loves plaster because I just got done ripping out a whole bunch of fucking plaster. I'm like, I hate plaster. Scottzilla, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping. Fuck, getting tongue-tied. Thanks for stopping in, man. That's the man of the hour, the fish. Does all the heavy lifting. Jasper should get himself a fish tank. But yeah, he's happy because he hasn't had pellets for a couple days because I've been ripping my ceiling apart to fix a leaky pipe and I didn't go out. So I went out and got him some yesterday. He's in a better mood lately than he has been. I could tell he was in a bad mood because the food I was giving him would get stuck behind something and he would just pop the top of the water like a bass. Yeah, busy days will get your head fucking in a spin. I had a buddy who had wicked ADHD and he learned how to make his own dabs. So he got a dab rig, and we were working on a remodeling this old diner back to something usable. And yeah, Wingstar. But he kept hitting that dab rig every half an hour, and every time he hit the dab rig, he would stop whatever project he was doing, hit the dab rig, and then start another project. And it got to the point where I had to fucking yell at him and be like, dude, just stop switching projects or stop taking so many fucking hits off the dab rig because you're like not getting a fucking thing done. But yeah, he probably would beat the shit out of that Jason Voorhees decoration. I gotta get it. I'll definitely have to make sure he can't, like, uproot it, though. Hi, BB. Because all these, well, that one vine right there, the crooked one, that wasn't in the fish tank originally. It was in the filter. And he pulled most of the vine in, so I found the end and pulled it out and just left the rooted end in the water. But yeah, he just likes to fuck shit up once in a while. Yeah, coffee does sound good. But it's hot. I'd have to make an iced coffee. I promise is kept. Yeah, it's like 85 or 86, I think, was the high today. It was like 80, 82 yesterday. Yeah, we got to get one of those cold brew things to make it easier. But yeah, I didn't used to like cold coffee. Summers have been getting hot up here though, so but cold brew is good. I do like cold brew. I tried using an old French press, but I think I put too much coffee in it, and it swelled and pushed a little bit of it out into the coffee. But it tasted good. Just had to be careful. Damn. 60 is a good round number. Yeah, it does make a mess. Oh, sounds nice at your house, Scott. Yeah, 110. I'm a fat kid, man. I would stick right to the fucking sidewalk. We've had a couple of days close to that here for the past couple of summers. Like 103, 105, 107. That that ain't for me. We went down to Texas in the first week of October a couple of years ago, and it was like 100 and 103, and everybody's talking about how it cooled off. And holy fuck. It cooled off, dude. I can't barely walk across the street without losing 2 pounds each way. Like, goddamn. Hell yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I could do Central Texas full time. Yeah, I mean, it was hot, and the low humidity does make a difference, but I'm a fat kid from the Northeast, man. Hot is still fucking hot. Yeah, I don't know if I could handle Florida. I mean, Craig adjusted, but I'm probably 100 pounds heavier than him. I know North Carolina, I suffered when it was fucking warm there. And I moved there in September when it was just cooling off nice here. And yeah, it didn't cool off till like Thanksgiving down there. And then only slightly. Just who wanna come with you, me or BB? Or anyone? What Jack? You mean the fish? Not coming over, dude. Yeah, he's a tiger Oscar. But yeah, he's cool. I got lucky. I thought he was gonna lose a lot of the orange that he actually kept. But when I first got him, he was about an inch and a half long, and it was little orange pinstripes. And I'm like, man, I hope that gets bigger instead of smaller. And luckily, it did spread out. Although I did see a picture. Oh, it's okay. A picture of an all black one with just that little round spot on the end of the tail there with the orange and black. He was solid black with just the eye spot on the tail, but that was from some breeder in Vietnam, I think. I don't know what it would cost to fucking ship them here, but That looked really cool. Hi, Jasmine Star. Yeah, there he is, and there he goes. But luckily, my thumbs work. Yeah, he was. I was looking through Facebook Marketplace at used fish tanks last night, and somebody about 45 minutes from here has got a free Oscar in a 20-gallon tank, which is what I grew him out to about 5.5, 6 inches in. And like they want to get rid of everything for free. I'm like, God damn it! It's probably the perfect size to put in with him because he couldn't eat him. But I would definitely want a bigger tank with more places for the little one to hide, just in case, because he's kind of fucking big. Like, he's a thick fish. Oh, the glare sucks. Yeah. We're going to intrude on you a little more, fish. No, he's an anarchist, Potts. Fucking Pigpen hates the man. It don't matter what party he represents. He would have a very bad time with my girlfriend if he was a conservative. fucking catfish don't really stick out too much. They don't come out often at all either. Not right now. He keeps swimming around thinking I'm going to throw him in more food, but he's just been chewing it up and spitting it out. Still more sociable than the other tanks, though. I went to it was a Petco yesterday for fish food, and I was looking at the fish, and I saw the prettiest angelfish I've ever seen. So when I get the other one back in order, I might get more angelfish and find one like that. I don't know what it was called, but it was really pretty. It was like a really pale orange, and it had black spots that were kind of fuzzy around the edge. It looked almost like a smudged fingerprint. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was, and I really didn't think I would like the angelfish that much when I got them, but I figured it would be a good one to, to start with early on, and I ended up loving them. They're fucking beautiful fish. I mean, they just float around, and they barely move a fin, and they just look good in the water. Yeah, if I would have, yeah, they can. They can. If you get a school of them, uh, you could get, mated pairs, and then they'll defend a territory. And if you have a mated pair, same thing. Like, they would defend their territory, but there were so many little fish that could get around them. They were outnumbered, and the small fish are fast. So I think that's why I never had any eggs hatch. But they'll end up eating them too, though, sometimes. But if I would have separated them, I probably would have been able to get babies out of them, because they're generally pretty good parents. Oscars are too, which is the scary part about getting another Oscar when I get a bigger fish tank. I mean, mean, it would be cool, but I don't know what I would do with all those babies. I don't have a local fish store, like a mom and pop kind of place that would take them. And the corporate places don't. They don't even entertain the idea. God damn it. I really wish that gourami wasn't so shy. He's a pretty fish, light blue. Got a cool little pattern when the light hits him just right. And he darts away as soon as I take a look closer or try to grab the phone. She was here. I don't know if she took off or not, but yeah, I'm already going to have to vacuum this again tomorrow. I just did it yesterday. Them pellets, man. When he crunches them up and spits them out, they go all over the place. Yeah, that happens. Everybody's got shit to do. Oh, except for me. That's why I'm here. Alright, I'm back. Had to answer a text quick. Yeah, that's alright though. I think the wind's picking up. We might be getting rain. If not now, soon. Rained last night, Christ's sakes. Yeah, I hope she's healing good. Dental surgery is fucking painful. Between that and kidney stones, which I have experience with both, I think I'd rather the kidney stones. Yo, Monkey Man, what's up, bro? It's good to see you. How you been? Man of the hour. Gotta show him when everybody comes in. Yeah, I've been good, man. I can't complain. Well, I can, but no one wants to listen to it. Yeah, yeah. He's about a year old now, and they said they can grow a foot in a year, and he proved it. He's not quite a foot. I don't think it's quite a year, but within a month. Yeah, I'm not giving you any more food. You spit out the last two bunches of pellets, fucker. Yeah, I named him Pigpen because of the mess he makes. Yeah, yeah, that's why he's called a Tiger Oscar. But yeah, it's a pretty common variety of Oscar. But I've wanted one since I was a kid, and we moved a lot, so moving with a huge fish tank was not very feasible. Now I don't have to move anymore, so I got a big fish tank. I mean, I got to get a bigger one, but just because I want to get him some friends. He's got a couple of cleaner catfish in there, but they hide. They're not really friendly. Oh, yeah. I mean, all I could really complain about is we had a leaky pipe, and we really couldn't go into the floor in the bathroom upstairs to look for it. And it's dripping in the living room. It was coming out of the ceiling fan. And we have an old plaster ceiling that's been covered with 2 other types of material since the plaster was put up there. And when it leaked, it was literally dripping across the whole room from where it was leaking. And one of the layers they had was holding water in there, and I poked a hole up through it, and 2 5-gallon buckets come pouring out of the fucking ceiling. Luckily I have 5-gallon buckets around because I have a bunch of fish tanks around. But yeah, it's like between 120 and 150-year-old plaster, wood slats behind it. There's no clean way to take it down. And with the stuff they put over top, the newest layer was like compressed sawdust made into like ceiling tiles, and they nailed little 3/4 inch by 2 inch strips up to staple that stuff to. So I had to rip the tiles down, cut the wood, and then under the wood there was paneling with more strips under the paneling for them to put the paneling up with. So I had to cut through the paneling and then those strips of wood, and then I had to break the fucking plaster out, and I literally had to do a 6 foot wide, at least 6 foot wide by 10 feet, probably closer to 10 feet across the living room, right through the center of the living room ceiling. And we really don't want to go and tear it all out right now and sheetrock it, but I'm going to have to do something, at least temporarily, square up the edges and sheetrock it, because I'm not going to try to patch that plaster. Yeah, it was a mess, and I'm going to have to make more mess, but at least it'll be dry. But the wet plaster kind of crumbles nice and it keeps the dust down. Yeah, that's all it was. The plaster started to crumble, so they were like, oh, we'll just put something over it. And then that started to look like shit, and somebody's like, oh, we'll just put something over it. It really sucks on the perspective of having to repair something. Plaster is great for soundproofing and shit like that, but it is such a nightmare to have to work with and around. Yeah, he likes to do that once in a while. I think it's payback for when I go pointing the camera at him. Hi, Cindy, sweetheart. I love you too. Pigpen loves you as well, even though he won't say it. He's emotionally constipated like Ken sometimes. Looking on the floor like you're going to eat something off the floor. Yeah, Pac was in here a little bit ago, Cindy, when I first started. Son of a bitch. But I did let Pac know you guys missed him. I told him he should stay up a little later and go into Ken's when you guys are live just to say hello. He'll be on Mrs. Pock's account, but that's what he came in here on. Yeah, I think all our hearts hurt for her, BB. I know mine does. Oh, shit. Really, dude? Well, I'll give you 2. Eat it and don't spit it out. And then turn right back around like a dog waiting for the next treat. You don't want the second one? Gonna make me dig it out later. Alright, be that way. The dog don't do that though. Oh, there you go. Go get it. Alright. Looking at me like, yeah, I know you're a pushover, dude. That's why you gave me more. See? See, that's why I didn't want to give you more. Bastard. No. My last big dog, Bud, he would, as long as it wasn't already halfway down his throat. But that he was probably the best behaved, most obedient dog I've ever had. I mean, there would be a couple exceptions, like if somebody dropped a chicken leg or a hot dog, like there is no getting that shit back. But if he sneaks and grabs something when someone's not looking, like guilt would take over, and you'd be like, "Hey!" and he'd stop and tell him to drop it, and he would reluctantly drop it. But yeah, they are. Our dog Rubble tries to play us off of each other. Like he'll come in from outside and I'll give him a treat, and then like 10 or 15 minutes later someone else will go out into the kitchen and he'll run to the back door and want to go outside, and they'll let him out not knowing he just came back in, and he'll prance around and act all cute and try to get another treat. And he does that whenever someone goes to the fucking kitchen. And it was working because he did start gaining some weight, and then we started talking, and I'm like, yeah, maybe he's playing us. He's not a dummy. Mom-in-law's dog, Cole, he sits there and looks at you like, I'm just here in case you drop something and don't want to pick it up, man. Don't mind me. I'm just here. They definitely know how to play on your emotions. The cat, he's funny. He's a really cool, laid-back cat, but sometimes he just wants to be loved up on, and he'll just storm right up on you and put his face right in your face and just like try to force you into giving him some attention. Yeah, that's what Rubble does, but sometimes he doesn't do anything when he's outside. He'll go run around the yard or just run to the bottom of the stairs where you can't see him through the screen door, and then he'll bark at the neighbor dog, which is funny because the neighbor dog is like a lab mix, um, and his name is Zeke, and Zeke is really cool, very personable with other dogs. He's just loud. And he was barking at Zeke through the fence, and Zeke was barking at him, and it's a chain link fence, and Zeke got through the bottom. He pushed through and got over into the yard, and Rubble shut right up. He just shut up. It's like an internet troll meeting someone in real life. Oh, you getting fucking uppity now, dude? He's getting an attitude. But yeah, and then my neighbor's wife, Zeke's owner's, she was freaking out because she was home alone, and I was like, dude, he's cool. Like, Rubble needs to be humbled. So I went over and I pulled the fence up, and he went right back under all on his own. He's a good boy, Zeke. But Rubble has a little bit more respect for him now, though. Oh, I had a boxer mix. My uncle gave him to me. Uh, he said he was a boxer mix, and I know there are black and white boxers, but if he was a boxer mix, it was boxer and Great Dane, because he was like 160 pounds. This was the first time he's ever been in water, also. Hi, Carly. But he was fucking big. His shoulder, it doesn't look it in the picture really, but his shoulders were almost as wide as mine. And he was as tall as me. I'm 6'4" when he stood on his hind legs. Dopey as shit. Didn't listen very good, but he was a lover. That tail is like a fucking skin-covered broomstick. He's broken glasses on the coffee table. But that one is Bud. That's the last big dog I had. That he's got his Slim Jim. He was about 130 pounds. Probably 6'2" on his back feet. He listened really well. Like if I could have him grab someone and shake them and drop it, and he acted like it was a toy. He would grab them, shake them rather violently, and then when he felt like, well, when I told him to, he would let him go and then just look at him. But I couldn't even tickle my kid too hard around that dog because he would fuck me up. And he wasn't a very good dog around kids until my son was born. He was about 4 when my son was born, and I took the receiving blanket they wrapped him in right after he was born with all the juices and stuff on it. And I told the nurse I want that, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "I got a fucking dog that weighs more than the mother that's laying here." I was like, "I need that blanket. He's not good with kids, and I need him to know that smell before I bring the kid home." And never had a problem. If you brought a kid over in the little, car carrier seat, he would lay on the floor and rest his head across the seat, and like he was daring somebody to wake the kid up or fuck with it. But yeah, he was a good boy. He made it to a little over 14 years old. The black and white one, his name was Ringo. And yeah, he was he was a little bit of a handful, but I loved him. And the brown one, Bud, I'm not even sure what he was really. My cousin called me and asked me if I wanted a dog because some dude she was seeing had a bait dog. He was gonna let his pit bulls practice fighting on. So I'm like, yeah, bring them. So the next day she's at my house with like 60 pounds of dog food and this skinny ass like 5-month-old puppy. So I took him to the vet. I gave him a bullshit story so I didn't get my cousin in trouble. I said we found him at the nature trail, and brought him home and took him to get checked. But the vet's like, "Oh, okay, well, fuck." He gave me a month's worth of science diet puppy food to help put weight on him. Told me to feed him white rice with the puppy food, and a month later he was 33 pounds the day I brought him in, and then when I brought him back a month later he was 64 pounds. And then it got to the point where I was kind of scared he wasn't going to stop growing. At a year old he was 100 pounds, which is about when that picture was taken. But yeah, great dog. If he heard somebody out in the yard, he wouldn't start barking if the lights were all out. Like he knew not to alert them. So if somebody came to try to steal my brother's dirt bike and I just let the dog out and he didn't make a fucking sound going across the yard, that guy, I heard, oh shit, I heard the dirt bike slam back against the garage, and then he started barking, and it got further away very quickly. I don't know if the guy had a tree he got up, or if he jumped into a car on the other side of the woods, but dog didn't get him. But it was pretty fucking funny. But I want another big dog. But we still have Rubble, and he won't. I don't think he would adjust to any puppy of any size breed. So Not yet. Well, I think he's trying to intimidate us. I'd show you Rubble, but he's downstairs where it's cooler. Him and mom-in-law's dog hang out. And then he comes up here to sleep. But he's a shit too. He won't push the door if it's open like 3 or 4 inches. He won't squeeze through the door, but he'll squeeze through a 4-inch hole out in the fence. He could just get his head through, so he'll get through. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But you won't push the door the rest of the way open to squeeze through it. Weird little bastard. I don't know who's watching, but it's a bad copy of a copy, I believe. I know it might be from the original, but where's that? There I am when I was like 12 years old. Thank fuck for beards. That brother is in prison. That's my mom. That brother is in prison. That brother is in prison. That's my sister. But yeah. Pretty sure I was 12 years old. But there's that. Whoever caught it, caught it. That was right before I started letting my hair get long. Yeah, that was my mother and stepfather. He's the father of those four boys. My sister and I are two different dudes. But she dropped me off at my grandma's when I was 2 weeks old and split. And then, I don't know, it was like 14 months later, my sister's like 2 months old, and she drops her off and splits. And by that point, my grandmother already got custody of me. And after she had my sister for a couple of weeks, she got custody of her too. And then she met that dude that was in the picture. I don't know if you've seen his face, but she met that guy. He decided to keep her around, and they had them other four kids, which I'm not even 100% all four of them are his. But, yeah, my grandma raised me and my sister, with her and grandpa. And my mother raised the boys, and yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad she left me at grandma's house. I could say that. But yeah, yeah, like she is like put her house up as collateral for the bail's bondsman to get them boys out of jail, and the youngest one went to prison right before she died, like 2 years before she died, on like a 6-year prison sentence. So he had to miss the funeral and shit. But she died kind of suddenly. She didn't let anybody know she was as sick as she was. And she didn't quit smoking when they told her she had COPD. But, yeah. But when she couldn't, she sold the house and moved after that because she put it up for collateral, and he ended up going to prison anyway after court. But they got rid of that and moved, and a couple, like I said, 2 years after she died. But like he comes home and gets drunk and acts like an asshole to everybody because he wasn't here. It's like, no one did this shit you did to get you arrested, but you, dude. Like, you did it, no one else. But I really think they're very like slow, not full-blown state check slow, but they're definitely a little underdeveloped in the thinking department. I'm not sure. I heard the oldest of the three that are in is due out this year or next year. Um, the middle one of those three was out for a little while, and then they end up violating parole doing the same shit they did. The youngest one was out last year. I seen him for, I don't know, a half an hour. I stopped at my stepsister's house, and he was there, but he wasn't supposed to be in New York because his parole was out of Virginia. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't really associate with them too much the last 10 years or so. I mean, my whole family pretty much just went their own way after Grandpa died. And then after my mother died, there's really no reason for any of us to hang out. I mean, I see my sister when I can. I still talk to her. I don't really talk to my brothers. Never written them prison letter or none of that shit either. But yeah, they really, my four brothers really spiraled after my mother passed away. And then their old man didn't make it like 5 years. I think it was only 2 or 3 years after she passed away. He was diagnosed with dementia. And I didn't have a whole lot of respect for the dude, but it was still heartbreaking to watch him go through that shit. Yeah, it seems to be for at least the younger of the two. Well, I'm the oldest, then my sister, and then the one that was born after my sister. This is his first prison stay. Um, I think he's getting out this year or next, but I'm not sure. But Scott, the youngest one, it definitely is. The second to the youngest, Steven, it definitely is. I mean, they both have at least a basic skill set to learn a trade, but like Scott's probably 38 now, 39. Steven's got to be 40. Yeah, shit, Steven's 42 this year. So Scott's got to be 40 now. And Scott, most of his adult life, man, has been spent in prison. He's got a daughter from before the first time that he can't have any contact with anymore because the mother let her be adopted by her uncle, and my brother was forced to sign away his parental rights. Then he has two other kids with another girl, which he probably won't be seeing them very fucking much if he gets out either anytime soon. My brother Steven's got a little girl, which he did make the effort when he was out to spend time with her, but he ended up going back. I don't know. I know having a kid keeps me from doing a lot of stupid shit. Although I did stop doing most of the stupid shit before I had a kid. So, but yeah, I don't know. Their dad was always looking for a quick, easy buck, but he always worked. So I don't understand why they went, and decided they had to steal things from people. But they did. I mean, their dad would get something for free that didn't look very fucking in good shape, and he'd try to sell it for like an exorbitant amount of money. It would be a deal if it was brand new, but it was a 20-year-old, whatever it was, and it had been used hard in those 20 years. But yeah. Oh, BB, it's fucking hilarious. My brother Scott went in as like the most racist piece of shit I've ever known. And some black guy watched his back his first stay in prison. And he got out before my brother and gave him a place to live, hooked him up with a friend of his that wasn't also a felon, so he would have a place to get mail and say he lived. And it was another black guy, and he gets back into New York, and he's still, I'm like, how are you racist now, dude? Like, how are you still racist? White people were looking to probably make you their girlfriend, and that dude, that black guy had your back. Like, that's usually not allowed in prison, you know? But whatever. They're dumb. They're fucking dumb. Yeah, I mean Scott when he got out after his first, that's my youngest brother. When he got out after his first prison stay, like he was making like commissary food, you know, using fucking crushed ramen noodles to make a pizza crust and shit. Like he was making that at home. I'm like, dude, you got access to real food, man. There's a good pizza place half a mile from your house. What the fuck are you doing? But yeah, unfortunately, I think that's where Scott feels comfortable. I mean, my mother lived out in the fucking in a very small rural town. Uh, right before my brother Scott went to prison, him and my brother Steven robbed somebody for drugs, I think. And they came out and they were shooting at my mother's house. Luckily, they couldn't shoot because they didn't hit any of my brothers who were on the porch, the front porch. But yeah, there was like 6 bullet holes in my mother's house. But in her eyes, those boys could do no wrong, man. I remember her calling the cops on me because I was beating one of them up because they broke into my apartment, which I rented from her. But yeah, yep. Yeah, so there's a reason I don't have a whole lot of interaction with my brothers. Yeah, it definitely does take some getting used to, BB. Oh, that's better. Stuck the fan in the window. Yeah, if you're comfortable, you dip your toes in. Yeah, I do this like this because somebody's like, man, you should just go live and point your camera at the fish tank. I was like, well, fuck, that's not a bad idea. It's much easier to pay attention to the chat without my face looking back at me, that's for fucking sure. Oh boy. Yeah, we have a schizophrenic lady that refuses medication, um, that walks around town, and like you could see her in two different spots, like 5 miles apart at any given moment. I don't know if she hops a bus or not, but I see her walking all the time. Well, yeah, that's basically what Blue Topaz said. She's like, people will come because they like you, and everyone likes to look at the fish, so it's like a win-win. But she's only been here twice. But there's also a schizophrenic lady that does maintenance at our local Walmart, and the lady that walks around town, she screams at other people. The lady at Walmart, she'll have arguments and little fights with herself, uh, which is kind of funny because the first couple of times I saw her, I thought she had an earbud in and was talking to somebody on the phone, but I ended up having to walk around her for something, and I checked both ears, and nope, she was talking to herself. Yeah, she's all right though. I mean, she drives a car and everything. Louise, Louise is her name, but she don't talk to no one really, except herself. And she's always busy, always motoring around. So, and she's been there. Like I've lived here almost 12 years, and she's been there the whole time. Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm pretty sure Louise is medicated though. The other lady, I think Allison said her name is Shirley. She's had her at the hospital a few times. She says it's a fucking chore to draw blood from her just because she refuses to take the medication. Which is, it lost her kids like 30 fucking 40 years ago because she wouldn't take the medicine. So they took her kids, and she, I guess, hasn't taken it since. But but yeah, Louise isn't bad. You hear her talking shit to herself all the time. It's like, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, Spirit. See, that's another thing big dogs are good for. Especially the brown one I was showing you guys. He would have been fucking yelling back at her. I would have taken him for a walk around the block just so he could. Yeah, yeah. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know if the camera lens looks like eyeballs to him, but yeah, he likes to come over and investigate every now and then. Yeah, it's a fucking strange world out there, Spirit. Yeah, pretty much. Arm yourself. Like people, I saw a video yesterday. Allie was showing me this crazy fucker uh, beat his way into someone's house. The guy's wife was pregnant and their son was home with her, and she called her husband and the cops. And husband got there first and ended up beating him up with a fucking shovel. But I'm like, dude wouldn't have been walking out of my house. Yeah, nice. Having a record of it is always handy, just in case. I remember I had some neighbors when I lived in Saratoga, and these are some fucking Tobacco Road motherfuckers. Like I'm like, dude, I told my brother when he comes up, I'm like, you can hang out with most of my neighbors, but don't go hanging out with those guys over there. Uh, so what's he do? He comes home from work and he goes and hangs out with those guys over there. Uh, Ends up getting into a fight with one of them. There's two brothers living there, one with his family and the other guy lives with them. Uh, but I'm walking by and I see one of them in front of him arguing with him, and the other guy walking up behind him pulling a knife out of his back pocket. So I had to go over there and fuck that guy up and get my brother out of there. And luckily the landlord was on my side, the trailer park owner, because like he liked me. We did work around there, so. But yeah, they didn't last too long. But I'm like, dude, you can't just go hanging out with fucking people you don't know and getting shit faced, because you never know what's gonna fucking make someone mad or offended. But yep. Luckily here the neighbors pretty much keep to themselves. It's a friendly wave, short conversation now and then. It's a good neighborhood though. It feels like my neighborhood where I grew up. Everybody knows everybody well enough to be like, hey man, I seen your kid getting into trouble, or I seen your kid fucking help this kid out, or do something good. But yeah, I don't know any of them enough to know what they do for a living. Except Danny next door. He's an electrician because I can read the sign on his truck. It's weird. We had a neighbor that moved out like 2 weeks ago up around the corner from me, a couple blocks, well, not even about a block away. but he had a big old Alaskan Malamute, and I think it was Husky mix because he howled a lot for a Malamute, but he'd howl. It sounded like we had a wolf outside. It freaked people out for the first fucking 6 months they lived here, and what was it, like 5 or 6 years? We're used to it now. It's weird that the dog's not out there howling to go in the house. But I remember Allie getting freaked out the first time she heard it. Gonna start tearing up roots. Do it so we catch you on camera, you fucker. No. You think I'm gonna give you more food, dude? You're hopeful, aren't you? Guilt trips don't work all the time, dude. My luck runs the other way. The casino would love me, though. That's funny. I was telling Allie because I saw a 180-gallon fish tank for free just over the New York-New Jersey border. And I'm like, man, it's in New Jersey. She's like, where? And I said, and she's like, oh, that's just over the border. I'm like, she's like, that's not that far. I'm like, really? You want to go? She's like, no, motherfucker. Because I don't want to go either. I don't want to drive down there, but if you want to drive, I'll go to load the fish tank. But that's the luck I run into looking for a good deal. Every time there's a free one that just needs like a resealing, it's in Long Island or fucking New Jersey or Pennsylvania, Maryland. Although I did miss out on one 20 minutes from the house, a 125 lady threw out for free. I think her boyfriend fucking and her broke up and he left the fish tank there. She's like, it's out by the road, this is the address, you come pick it up, don't knock or nothing, just come get it. I'm like, ugh. But I was already back on my side of the river. Oh, no shit, nice. There's an old guy in town here that's got one. He's got this set of handlebars. It's like 2-in-1. It's like regular handlebars, but then there's ape hangers that keep going up so he can ride with like big tall ape hangers. I seen him yesterday. It looks goofy as hell, but he looked like he was having fun. I've seen the bike outside his house when I drive by, but yesterday when I come by, he was riding it. I never seen him riding it with the fucking ape hangers. Yeah, I mean, you could probably get a few $100. My stepson bought a scooter, an electric scooter. I think he paid like 700 or 750 for it new. There's a lot of people with them now, and most of them are assholes riding in the middle of the fucking road around here. The last year and a half, I've probably almost hit 4 people on those things. What did you just hit at? Oh, you're grabbing the stink bug? Yeah, they don't taste good and they're spiky, dude. Well, that answers that question. He won't eat a stink bug. Let me get that dead fucking stink bug out of there. You will kill them for me, though. That's nice. Well, I'm going to try live crickets maybe this weekend. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Pigpen just tried to eat a stink bug. I know he'll go after a moving bug now anyway. He won't eat a stink bug. I was wondering that the other day. I started seeing them. But yeah, he spit that fucker out quick. I guess fish have taste buds. Shit, Spirit, if you list it for 400, list it for fucking 5 or 6. You'll get 400. Somebody will jump on it for fucking that probably, but yeah, you'd be like, well, I'd give it to you for a little more or a little less. But fuck yeah, that should sell quick. Yeah, I mean shit, if it's 900 bucks brand new, you say 7. It's in the box. I mean, it's still brand fucking new. Like, I'll take 7. You'll probably still get 5 or 6. I mean, if you put it out there for 400 bucks and you say firm, I'm sure someone would come and be like, yeah, here's 400 fucking bucks. But you'd be like, look, you put the listing that you just found, you take a screenshot, put that up, and take a picture of the box and be like, first 700 will fucking, and then somebody's like, well, I'll give you 6. I'm like, yeah, shit, I'll take 6. You could try Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. Fuck, even like, I'm sure there's like classified websites and shit too. But yeah, aim high. Like, fucking, it's worth 900 bucks. Give me 700 or best offer. Shit, I bought a blazer one time. The guy wanted 25 or $2,000 for it, and I call him up. I'm like, dude, I got like 1,500. How bad do you really want to sell it? And he's like, oh man, like, I really want to get rid of it. I'm like, well, I can meet you tomorrow. I went and looked at it, and it needed a couple of things, not anything major. Uh, and I'm like, well, man, what's your rock bottom? He's like, dude, honestly, I would take like 750 bucks for it. I'm like, deal. Drove the fucker home. Yeah, you could do that, Spirit, if he has a Facebook account. But yeah, brand new in the box. People get a deal. They'll jump on it for sure. I'm sure a $900 e-bike is a nice e-bike. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah, it's like getting just free cash. Oh yeah. I'll be there in spirit anyway, probably. Or I could watch your back if you win really big. But yeah, I think the last time I went to the casino, I pumped like $20 worth of quarters into the machine, and I got $5 back. It will definitely be worth going to the casino with you then, Spirit. The fuck is Mike? Yeah, me too, BB. Oh, well, I gotta head out, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me and the fish. Uh, I'm trying to be a little more regular, going live. Uh, so maybe in another couple days I'll be live again. But till then, bye, fuckers.